Hi, Vlog 19. So in this vlog, I'm going to talk about the interview with Radio 99. But I'm going to spoil it already and say that I got it. So the interview last Monday was pretty awesome. It wasn't like nerve-wracking or anything. I went in and you have to wait. You go in because Greater Media, the building is like all the different radio stations, not just 92.9. It's 96.9 and WROR and Magic 106.7, and there's something else, but I'm forgetting it right now. Um, so I go in and I wait, and I filled out a street team application, and then Jason Rossi comes down and gets me. And so we go into a studio, and he asks, so, what makes you? Who are you? And so I told him, I basically listen to music and go to shows and listen to the radio and follow music blogs. And that's basically my life. That's what I do. He goes, what other than music? And so I said, well, I hang out with my friends and like we go to the mall or we go over each other's houses and just watch movies and stuff. And so he asked me, what my favorite movies are. So I said, 10 Things I Hate About You, Dirty Dancing, and I like Parent Trap too. So not quite chick flicks, but not really guy movies. And so I already could tell like where the interview was going, like how, he was asking me questions basically like about myself and if I could keep a conversation going. So he asked next, like what I like to do for activities, and I said how, I staffed the Sleeper Agent show for WBRU, and then I went to the Kooks in the weekend, and he said he wanted to go to the Kooks show, but he was doing an event with Airborne Toxic Event the same night, so he had to go to that, but he's always wanted to see the Kooks. And then he asked me who my favorite musicians were and like who my favorite bands were. So I said Muse, and he was like, okay, that gets you points. Like, did you go to see them at the TD Garden? And I said, yeah. I mean, I wasn't that close, but they put on such an amazing show, and it was like the best birthday present because it was a week after my birthday. And he's like, what other bands? And I said, Sick Puppies. And I was like, no one's really heard of Sick Puppies, but, they're a really good band, and they put on a good show too. And he said, yeah, I've heard of Sick Puppies. And so I kind of felt happy about that because not many people have heard of them. And I said the Kooks were another one of my favorites. Neon Trees and Sleeper Agent's one of my new favorites, obviously. And then I was like, oh, wait, the Bravery. How could I forget to say about the Bravery? And turns out he likes the Bravery too. So that was really cool. He asked me, like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I said, hopefully living either in Boston or Providence and like in an apartment or something and having a stable job with a radio station. And so he asked me like, why Boston? Like, what's exciting about that? So I said that it's like closer to everything. Like there's so much excitement going on. Like you got like a venue right there, another venue right there, and you're just closer to everything, so you can do more things. And I said like I don't mind driving, but if I was closer, I could do a lot more things. And he asked me like what my dream job was, and I said, well, I'd want to be an on-air DJ. And I said like obviously with like WBRU, but the DJs are only Brown students. And I said WFNX would be my real goal. And I said wouldn't mind doing, Radio 99 if, they had DJs. And I was like, but, they do like a few voice things. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, well, voiceover work is pretty cool too. And so he asked me, and I forget all the questions. This was like a week ago. He asked me like different questions about different events that I've done before. And I said like, yeah, I've done like concerts and like bar promos, and I did a parade and or two parades or whatever. And I told him how I dressed as a lobster in like 106-degree weather on 4th of July. And he was just laughed at that and he liked that. So we just ended up really just talking about bands and music and how stuff is fun, and that it doesn't matter that I'm 19 because on their website it says 21 plus for the street team, But I asked him like if the policies or whatnot, and he said basically like they don't ask if you're there, and you're doing the promo with the station. The venue doesn't care, and he said one time they did ask, and they were like, "Oh, she's with us," and it didn't matter. So I was really happy about that because it's so difficult trying to get into a place when you are 19, because everywhere, like a lot of things in bars and stuff, are 21. And I mean, even though you can serve alcohol at 18, for some reason they don't want you in there, even though you're not going to drink or do anything. And it's kind of stupid. But I got the job, so I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, now that I already gave it away, he told me like, oh, Monday or Tuesday you'll find out. And so yesterday was Monday, and so I didn't know if I was gonna get called, if I was gonna get emailed. So I was sitting by my phone, like with my phone in my hand, like all day. And finally, he called me, and I was just so excited. And I have to go in for a meeting today, uh, for like they have like a monthly meeting, and just so happens that it's like right now. And he's like, I'm sorry, it's like short notice, but it's like no problem. Like it's cool that I get to meet everyone before I go on like a promo with like certain people. So I get to meet everyone before. It's not just like, hey, do a promo with a complete stranger. So that's cool. But I have to go down early to fill out paperwork. So that's even more exciting. So I have to get ready to leave for that, but I figured I'd just let you all know how the interview went and how it was awesome, and it was more of a casual conversation with questions than an interview, and that I got the job. So I'll keep you posted about different stuff I do, which is exciting because now more exciting things are going to happen. Yay! So thanks for watching. Bye.